Okay, so have you seen these skeletons puking in people's front yards for the Halloween decorations? Built one of those too. It's pretty cool. Except this time I wanted to build something slightly different, and I was going to make a skeleton taking a shower. Check this out. So we get a clear tote, we get the skeleton in there, and then we fill this up with some of the water tracing dye that glows underneath black light, so it looks like a bathtub. And then what I'm thinking about doing is using a piece of CPVC pipe and making a shower. So we'd have a fountain in the bottom of it that would go up to the top of the shower and spray down on it, and then put a black light underneath it to have it glow. So now basically all I need to do is build the PVC parts. Let's get started. Okay, so I just loose fit these CPVC pipes together. It fits down in the bottom, and then hot glued the pipe in so it would stay. Should be sealed enough. There's not very much pressure in this, but that doesn't look very much like a shower head. I mean, it kind of does, right? As far as the shape goes, but the color doesn't. So what I think I'm going to do is hit it with some metal paint. Let's do it. Wear a mask and gloves. So now it's time to drill some holes for the shower head. It works. What do you think? Start with 4? That's what I'm thinking. I think we're going to start with those 4 and see how much flow we get and see if it looks cool or not. Alright, it's time for a test fit. Let's see if it works. Alright. Get this guy in here. Oh god! That part looks pretty good. And let's get our pump down in here. Alright, let's test fit the skeleton. See if it looks cool. Oh god. Get in there. Yes. Yes. And having the shower pour over the top. I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. I think it's time to do a water test. Oh god. So let's fill it up with water. Alright, so we've had to make a slight modification. The old pump wasn't strong enough to actually pump the fluid up to the top of the shower, so I bought a new pump and a new little hose there. We got it all connected up and the water back in. So now let's plug it in and give it a shot, see if it actually sprays all over me like a shower. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Oh god. That's too much. Okay, so that's not bad, but it's a little too strong. So I think I need to either redirect that nozzle a little bit further down with another joint. Maybe cut some larger holes. I'm trying to turn the flow down, but it doesn't look like it changes very much. So let me try that. We'll be back. We got it working pretty close now. It's all mostly staying in. So I drilled out the holes in the shower head and made them much larger. So I think it's still a little strong for what I want. So I think what I'm going to do is kink the hose a little bit. So just put a zip tie around it just a little bit in order to make it something like that. I think that's going to look pretty good. Okay, so the shower is working good. We have a zip tie kind of squeezing that tube a little bit just to slow the flow down just a tiny bit so all the water stays inside of the bathtub. So now it's time to test the skeleton and also the UV light. So I've got the light, I don't know if you can see it down in there, underneath it. So it's just sitting on it right now. Let's turn on the light to see if it works. Oh yeah, baby. Check that out. Now we just need to put the water tracing dye in it so it glows like crazy. But I think that's gonna work. Awesome. Check that out. Hey Max, what do you think? Yeah? What do you think? What are you eating? miniature schnauzers. So this is what I'm thinking for the stand. Using a tote, setting the light on top, and then using some 1x to support it. And then I'll paint these black. So it's looking pretty good now. We got the skeleton in, and I got some zip ties holding the skeleton in, kind of holding it straight up. Got the legs zip tied. I think it's looking pretty good. Now we need to see if we can put the shower cap on. Oh. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Probably gonna hot glue that bad boy on there. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, so let's test the fit. We have the light underneath, and then we have the 2 wooden blocks going across. Okay, let's see. Looks pretty good. Let's turn it on. Oh yeah, man. Check that out. That is looking awesome. Now I guess it's just time for the water chasing dye. Alright, so we got the bathing skeleton set up in the yard. Now it's time to put the fluorescent dye in there. Lillian, you want to force them in?
Yeah. You ready?
Uh-huh. Whoa! No way! I keep going. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's probably good. Holy smokes, check that out. Look at him glow red. Wow. That is awesome. Mission successful, I think. Alright, Lillian, what do you think of the skeleton?
I think it's wicked.
Check that thing out, man.
Shower cap,
Mm-hmm.
the dye, the water, just so good.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. A skeleton taking a bath. And a skeleton puking.